wherever you feel together be real together and no one can stop
สบายดีทุกท่านยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่รายการความรู้สึกความบันเทิงเอาดังๆคนหน่อยก็ให้ดังมือคนหลายก็ดังมือคนหน่อยเขาก็จะพยายามให้เสียงมันดังคือกับมือคนหน่อยเนาะมื้อนี้อยู่กับข้าพเจ้าเนาะดีเจดาราเพชรแสงสุริวงศ์ 7:30 หา 8:30 ที่นี่ FM 90.0 MHz สาวนมลาวสินไซยุคใหม่เฮามาอยู่นำในมื้อนี้แน่นอนแหละก็จะต้องมีการสัมภาษณ์แขกที่มีเกียรติของเฮาในมื้อนี้แต่ว่ามื้อนี้ we have a special guest because she's not now she's American เนาะแล้วเป็นคนประเทศสหรัฐอเมริกาปัจจุบันนี้แขกรับเชิญของเราในมื้อนี้เนาะเพิ่นหั่นมาเป็นอินเทิร์นอยู่ที่สถานทูตสหรัฐอเมริกาประจำลาวมื้อนี้เราจะมาล้มกับเพิ่นเกี่ยวกับประสบการณ์เพิ่นอยู่บ้านเฮาเรื่องของกิจกรรมที่เพิ่นเฮ็ดกับยูธเนาะมีอย่างแน่ซ้ํผู้ใดที่ว่าเบิ่งเฮาอยู่ในตอนนี้บ่จะเป็น Facebook Live ก็ดีส่งคำถามเข้ามาได้เนาะคำถามเข้ามาความคิดความเห็นหรือว่าอีหยังก็ได้ส่งเข้ามาทาง Facebook Live ของเฮากดหัวใจมารัวๆก็ได้หรือว่าผู้ใดฟังวิทยุอยู่ก็สามารถเทิร์นมาหาเราได้ 90.0 MHz บ่ซ่าท่านฟังเพราะตอนนี้I guess it's a little bit awkward because I just like speaking loud and she has no idea what I'm talking about. Right, Janet?
No.
Okay, so I will switch my mode to the English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm sitting with the US State Department intern in the Public Affairs Office at the US Embassy in Vientiane. She's American, as I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
She's a very amazing girl, I would say.She's very funny, lovely guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Janet!
Thank you so much.
Sabaydi, Janet.
Sabaydi.
Oh, I love your pronunciation.
Thank you.
Sabaydi, welcome to the station.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.Yeah, so I, as you said, am a U.S. State Department intern, and I'm interning here for about 2.5 months.
Wow.
So I've already finished 2 months, and I'll be unfortunately going soon.
Oh,
yeah.
that's sad. Why you begin the program with the sad news?
I'm sorry, no, but I'll be back. Trust me.
Please.Come back.
Yes, I love Laos so far. Everything's been really great. This country has just been really welcoming, and everyone's been so nice, even from my first day. Yeah, at the embassy. So I get to work with a lot of youth here through my internship. I work at the American Center.
American Center ท่าดำ
at That Dam, yeah.And so there we host a lot of speaker programs, we have English courses, and everything from professional to personal development, everything is free. Yeah, and so that is amazing to me.
Wow.
And I've been able to, come through and talk to different youth and let them improve their American or English accents, and they're always excited to learn about different cultures, and I think that's really cool.
Wow, it sounds very amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that this journey many people are dreaming of, and you are here like to take this journey. So, but before we start to get to know more about your experiences in Laos as working with the youth and running the activities in American That Dam, เนาะศูนย์ท่าดำหั่น So I want to ask about your journey, your life before you came here.Okay. So how was your life back then, and how did this journey begin?
So I've always been interested in international development, and I'm actually getting my master's degree now at the University of San Diego. And I originally learned about interning at the U.S. Embassy through a mentor. Her name is Kaisa Hendrickson.And she was an intern in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's how I applied for the university. And then when I met her in person, she told me all about her experience, about how she loved Laos, and how she was just so excited to be there, and everything was really positive. So I thought, why not? Why not Laos? I applied, and here I am.
finally
finally it's funny because my parents are from Vietnam. Yeah, so I have been to Southeast Asia before, but this is my first time in Laos.
Wow, that's fine. Your name is Janet Nguyen.
Yeah, Janet Nguyen.
Sorry.
It's fine.
So you are half Vietnamese and American, or
I like to say that I'm full Vietnamese and full American.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay. So both of my parents are Vietnamese, but I was born in California.
I see. So your
Yeah.
parents, they are Vietnamese, and you were born in USA.
Yes.
So can you like speak Vietnamese fluently?
Yeah, quite fluently.
So
Yeah.
if I ask you to introduce yourself in Vietnamese, is it possible?
Sure.
So maybe a short sentence
Just
to
a short-
introduce yourself in Vietnamese. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xin chào tất cả. Tên tôi là Janet Nguyen. I don't know what else to say. I just said hello. My name is Janet Nguyen.
Or maybe how do you feel right now?
Tối nay là vui vẻ lắm. Hơi I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
That's very cute. I love the way that even you were born in American, but you can speak Vietnamese fluently, because I
Yeah.
have seen so many people, like as my friends, their parents are Lao. They were born in different countries. They will forget Lao, so they cannot speak Lao. So I love that. But you
Yeah.
can still speak Vietnamese.
Yeah, no, I don't remember which language I learned first, Vietnamese or English, actually. But at home, I speak Vietnamese to my parents and my siblings, and so we've been able to, keep the language. And it is unfortunate. Sometimes I do have some friends that can't speak Vietnamese as well, but everyone is always open to practicing, and so I try to speak it as much as I can. And then here, actually, I've been trying to learn a little bit of Lao.
How's that?
It's hard. Because I have no formal training. But, no, I think Lao is a very beautiful language.
So do you find it so hard to learn Lao?
There are some things that might be hard, but I'm a visual learner. And so everything that I've been learning is through an app. It's called Lao, and the little icon has an elephant on it. It's actually
remember.
pretty good.
Yeah. That's a very good app. I tried that.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, it works out, huh?
That's cool. That's the way that you learn the language. And of course, our listeners out there as well, if you are now trying so hard to learn English, you can use the same way. So practice, use a lot of methods that help you to communicate and have the confidence to speak out. So that's very important. Like take Janet as an example of learning the foreign language.
Yeah.
Not Janet. So I will recap a little bit about your experience before you came here. So you have a professor that used to be the intern in Laos, and she suggests you to apply to be the intern, and you decided to apply, and finally you're here.
Yeah.
So at that time, do you have any thoughts that kind of hold you back for applying to this position?
Not really, actually. I've always been interested in working for the State Department. I used to be a Peace Corps volunteer, and I worked in Ukraine during that time.
Wow.
Yeah. So I also speak Ukrainian.
Really? Wow. Talent
Yeah.
girl.
And so I had met some foreign service officers, and so it's always kind of been on the back of my mind. And this experience is kind of letting me get a taste of what that life would be like. And then Lao, I think for me, the culture is just so rich, and so I think it's kind of kept a secret, honestly. A lot of people don't know where Lao even
Exactly.
is, and
Exactly.
I think it's a shame. I actually grew up with some Lao friends, and some of my close friends now are also Hmong, and so they come from this region, and so I'm trying to kind of get back to Southeast Asia. First impression is that it's very green.
Green.
It's very green.
It is.
Yeah, it's very luscious and it's very well kept. I don't know. It was nice. I like staying in places that have a lot of greenery and it gives you life, you know.
I know. So I love green as well. And what about the culture shock? I'm sure you will face some culture shocks. Would you like to share about that?
So I think the biggest shock for me is how soft-spoken people are. Because a lot of my first experiences, and I don't speak Lao that well,
Okay.
and I try to speak Lao sometimes, and people are constantly whispering to me. I'm just like, what? What are you saying? First of all, I don't understand you. Second of all, I can't even hear you.
Really?
Yeah, and so I come from a very big family with big personalities, and we're really loud. And so I'm used to that. Yeah, and I mean, being Vietnamese American, you know, I've gone to Vietnam a few times, and you know, you hear the horns honking in the street, and you don't hear that here. It's very calming in Lao.
Including people.
Yes, including people.
Wow, so I'm sure that I'm not that too soft for you.
No.
So I'm loud enough.
You're fine. Yeah, you're loud enough. I can hear you.
I love that. What about the others? About the soft-spoken people? What about the others?
Yeah, I mean, I just have to. I think not just soft-spoken, but people are soft in nature as well. And I think for me coming here to a new culture, a new job position, it's helpful. Yeah, I mean, working with Lao staff every day at the embassy, they've really made my experience positive. And I think without them, it wouldn't have been the same.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I really appreciate them.
Yeah. I'm sure that before you came here, you might have some picture in your mind about your experience will be, Laos will be, and what are the difference between your picture in your head before you came here and what actually you have faced here in Laos? How's different?
So picturing what I would do was a little hard because I didn't know a lot about working at the embassy. And so I was just ready to jump in. I do have a lot of experience with youth, and I think so for my very first day, I think less than 24 hours off of the plane, I was already at the first event, which was the YCLE alumni pool party.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the first time that we met.
Yes, that was the first time we met.
And you're just alive.
Yeah. I had to be. Yeah, it was jet lagged, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I got to talk to a lot of youth that had just came back and were excited to start projects, and then it got a little quiet because I was working at the embassy mostly for about 2 weeks, and so I didn't see youth at all. Yeah, and so then I missed that, and so that expectation of working with youth kind of died a little bit, but it's picked back full speed, and I've been working at the American Center a lot more. Yeah.
Wow, cool. So I will read the comment out loud. This person, he said, can I ask because your name Nguyen like Vietnamese name? Yes. She's a full Vietnamese girl who was born in America, right? ผู้นี้บอกว่าเสียงคอยแท้บ่ในใจท่านผู้ฟังท่านอื่นอาจจะคอนเฟิร์มมาเบิ่งเนาะเพราะว่าตอนนี้ดีเจได้ฟังน้ำเสียงปกติเนาะอาจจะลองมาคอนเฟิร์มเบิ่งวานสาวเป็นหว่าลานสาวเป็นหว่าเป็นหยังเนาะ บ่เข้าใจกันเนาะผู้ใดที่เราฟังอยู่ตอนนี้อาจจะส่งคำถามเข้ามาได้มาถามเจเน็ตเพิ่มเติมมาคำถามใดที่ท่านเนี่ยจะฮู้เกี่ยวกับเพิ่มเติมเจเน็ตก็สามารถถามเข้ามาได้ So talking about the culture shocks and everything before you came here and I've heard that you have a lot of activities with the youth and you said you love that thing. You love running the project with the Lao youth. So what kind of projects do you have participate or you have joy with Lao youth and how was that? How was the experience?
So I have a few. On this past Tuesday, we just finished up a 3-part workshop series for entrepreneurship.
Whoa.
Yeah. In Ukraine, when I was a volunteer there, I learned about a program called Technovation.
Technovation.
Yeah,
So it
so-
should be technology or something.
Yes, it is. It's about tech business.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's actually a program, it's a international competition for girls aged 10 through 18. They compete against people all around the world in teams, and then if they win on an international level, they get sent to San Francisco, and they pitch their idea to big name companies. There's judges from like Google and Uber and all of these, and Autodesk, a lot of these tech businesses. They get to kind of tour their workshops and stuff. And so I took parts of that program, the entrepreneurship parts, and we did a 3-part series where we learned about ideation and design thinking, and then we also did business plans and marketing plans, and then the last class was about pitching. Yeah, and so they practiced how to pitch and how to write their speeches, and yeah, and they have different projects relating to the environment, education, and even civic engagement. Yeah, so I think it's really cool. That one is a really great program that I hope we can continue here. Yeah, because the benefits are great. I mean, if a team from Laos can get together and go to San Francisco,
that would be so
pitch their
awesome.
idea, and if they win, they get $15,000 towards their education. Yeah, it's a great program. So I'm working hard to try to get it started here in Laos.
But now did you start any like workshop in Laos in the
Yeah, so we did the 3-part series workshop, and then at the end of the month, I'm actually we're doing a closed workshop for alumni of YSEALI. We are doing a grant proposal workshop. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And then I also got the opportunity to go see one of the projects that our CLIP alumni had performed. They did a 2-day seminar for young kids. It was like a little camp, and I loved it. They let me join in with them. We were playing games and everything, and they were practicing English, and it was great. Yeah, it was great to see young high school students so active and so passionate about giving back to their community.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds very fun.
Yeah.
So what did you learn so far from running and joining the youth in Laos?
I think for me, the biggest thing that I've learned compared to other places that I've been before, I think it's important that Lao youth, they go abroad, right? And they get these experiences and knowledge, and they connect with other people from all around the world. But then they bring that knowledge back, and they come back to Laos and they stay here. You know, they don't want to just leave forever. Laos will always be home. And I respect that a lot, because I've gone to different countries where the youth, they want to go on these exchange programs and they don't want to come back home. And Laos, we need that, you know. A lot of, I mean, even for me, I'm an American. I go out and I find these internships and these experiences abroad, and I come back home and I take what I've learned here, and I hope to tell people at home what Lao is all about and the potential they have here.
But I think that's the purpose of exchanging program.
Right.
Because you got a chance to exchange the cultures, the knowledge from people around the world as much as you can, and after that you bring something back, the positive things to your community to start
Yeah.
doing something, and I think that's the main purpose of like having
Right.
the program like this.
It's about learning about each other and increasing understanding between nations.
True. And what are the differences and the similarities between Lao youth and American youth?
So
In
I
your
actually I have a little sister. And to be honest, there's not many differences
Really?
between Lao youth and
That surprised me.
American youth. Yeah, I personally don't think there's a lot. Because I think it's because I am surrounded by these go-getters. These youth that are putting themselves out there and you know, they want to change their communities. And so when I am back home, I also am surrounding myself with youth that want to make themselves better. And I mean, youth all around the world, that's our future. If we don't feed that thirst for knowledge, then we don't have any growth, we don't have a future.
So you can feel the same energy like
Yeah.
in America and in Laos as well.
Right.
Wow.
And I think that the only difference is that feeling of home. And I think Lao has a strong feeling of family and what it means to be home.
Cool. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. So many people just say like you are so cool, Janet, and many people are watching us. So if you have any questions, guys, if you have any compliments or you have any reactions on our Facebook Live right now, you can just like send us your thoughts because we also want to know your thoughts as well. Because like two of us are speaking and you guys are watching us. We want to know your opinions, okay? So share your reaction with us. So I think we should take a little bit break. Because next break we were talking about what do you do as an intern with US Embassy in Vientiane. So we know like intern, the word intern like แปลว่าฝึกงาน in Laos. But we want to know what exactly you do in the US Embassy. So we asked you in the next break and we were asking about what did you learn from being the intern, and we have put a game, a little bit funny game in the end of the program. Okay, so you have any song that you want to listen, Janet?
I might butcher the name, but could I request Ping Kong Chao?
Oh, I love that! I just love the way that you speak.
Thank you.
เพลงของเจ้า
Ping Kong Chao.
เพลงของเจ้า mean and your song. So it's all your song, guys. เพลงของเจ้าไปหาฟังกันก่อนเนาะถ้าในที่ว่ามีคำถามส่งเข้ามาได้ This person is just asking about your age. Do you want to answer this?
I'm quite old.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
น้องมีคนถามว่าJanetจักปีJanetตอบไปว่ากะอายุหลายนิดนึงแต่บ่อยากบอกตัวเลขเนาะกะส่งคำถามอื่นเข้ามาได้เนาะเดี๋ยวไปเบรกกันก่อนอย่าจบไปแล้วสำหรับผลงานเพลงของเจ้าเนาะ The song that our special guest requested for us เนาะเพลงของเจ้า Your Song. Do you love it?
Yeah, I love that song.
It's very sweet song. Even like you don't understand the lyrics, but the music and everything, it's so good.
The passion he sings with.
Absolutely. So today, guys, we are sitting next to Janet. She's the intern in the US Embassy in Vientiane. Janet, in the first break, we're talking a lot about your life in the US, your life here in Laos. And this break, we want to know more about your position as the intern in the embassy. So what do you do, basically?
So I am an intern in the public affairs office, which means that I work with a lot of the public in Laos. Some of my duties have been at the American Center mostly, especially in the second half. I help with a lot of the workshops and the speaker programs, so doing a lot of the program management, helping out with a lot of the visitors that come through that want to teach something to Lao youth, getting kind of the sound system set up, speaking to them through emails and booking it and everything.
and just kind of helping the staff run the American Center. As some people know, the American Center, we have been transitioning. We have a new director. Her name is Christina Brannon, and she's just now starting, and so I've been kind of helping her get the swing of things, meeting people and everything. So I go to meetings, and I think one of the coolest things that I get to do is for some of our visitors, we host culture programs. For instance, this Friday, we will be doing a takbat, an almsgiving.
Wow.
Our English teaching assistants. Yeah. And I've done it one time before, and I'm extremely excited. I know I have to wake up at early. We're gonna, start setting up really early, but it's worth it. I think it's really cool how rich the culture is. It's my first time seeing that here, and so I get to be part of it now.
So a lot of things. So basically, many things that you have done will be in American Center, Hadam. So our audiences out there, even to see her in person, just stop by Hadam ไปเลยเนาะ So in American Hadam ไปหาเพิ่นได้ stop by and you will see Janet, and please be soon because she's gonna live very soon. Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure that you have a lot of things that you want to do in Laos, but time is just limited. You have so so I don't want you to leave, but before you leave, please describe Laos in your opinion, or probably in the 3 adjectives, 3 words that you think.
So the first word that comes to mind is
Welcoming. ต้อนรับเป็นที่ต้อนรับเนาะ
I feel like everyone I've met here has been very welcoming to me, and that has made my experience that much better. The second word I think is inspiring.
Inspiring.
Yeah. I think the youth that I've been able to work with and people that I encounter, everyone is so inspiring. People know 3 or 4 languages, and they're trying to better themselves and get better education, better jobs, and has great potential. Yes. Potential is a really good word for Lao because it means a lot of things. But for me, I think that the youth here, I talk about youth a lot because I love youth, and I especially love all of the youth that I have engaged with here. You all have potential to do something great for your community and for yourself and your families, and I see that in Lao. I see so much potential for growth.
That's a great words right there. So I need to recap a little bit. So the first word is welcoming, and the second one is inspiring. Inspiring หมายถึงว่าเป็นแบบแรงบันดาลใจ So people that you meet inspire, and the third one is potential. Potential ภาษาลาวจะแปลว่าความเป็นไปได้เนาะเมื่อกี้เจเน่ก็ว่าความเป็นไปได้ของคนลาวคนนี้แหละวัยรุ่นวัยหนุ่มลาวในการเฮ็ดอันใดนึงให้แก่ community ซึ่งเป็น3 word ที่ว่าดีหลาย I love all the 3 words. So as I just say that you will leave very soon. So are there any things that you want to do before you are leaving?
Honestly, I just want to hang out with people. I'm a very big people person. I want to hang out. I want to eat the mahu. I want to eat kaunil. And I just, want to experience Lao culture. Yeah. I have been able to travel a little bit. I've gone to Vang Vieng in Sing Kuang. And I'm hoping to go to Luang Prabang soon.
Please,
Yeah.
please. That's a very good place to
Yeah.
go before you're leaving. You will love that.
Unfortunately, I can't make it to Savannakhet, but I know my next trip to Laos, I will be back.
So you planned already?
I know, I am. I have to. Yeah.
Okay. So I have heard one thing about you is that you love cooking.
I do.
And you love baking.
Mhm.
So my question is that what's your favorite, like the most favorite food that you love to cook and the least favorite food that you want to cook a bit?
So I love baking in general. I like baking anything. When I was in Ukraine, I learned a few traditional dishes there. But mostly I cook Vietnamese food. So I cook pho ga, which is chicken pho.
Chicken pho gai.
Yeah, so in Lao it's pho gai, and in Vietnamese it's pho ga.
Love that.
Yeah. So I learned how to cook pho ga from scratch, and I think that's one of my favorite things to cook. Yeah. And then my least favorite, I think anything that has more than 12 ingredients. I like to make things simple. I like to kind of play around with my cooking. But I always like to learn new things. I want to learn how to cook some Lao dishes. Since I've been here, I actually learned how to make papaya salad.
And how was the test?
Yeah, it's good. I make it spicy.
I love the point that you just like just say that it's spicy, so it's delicious.
Yeah.
Everything is spicy, it's delicious. So you know Lao people very well.
Oh yeah. If it's not spicy, it's not Lao.
Absolutely agree. And it's not delicious.
Yes,
If
of
it's not
course.
spicy.
True.
Cool. So this person just said that there are so much bothering of the microphone, technical stuff. We need to apologize that. So our technical stuff, they are checking on that. And thank you so much for your feedback. We really appreciate that. ขอบใจหลายเนาะทานสอนสุขที่ว่าคอมเมนต์กันเข้ามา So what about your future plan? Since you will leave very soon.
Well, actually, I'm in the middle of my graduate program. So I have 1 year left. I will be graduating in May 2020. And so I have to come back to the US and finish my program. And then hopefully work for an organization. And in the past, I have had experience with refugee issues. That came from Vietnam to America. And so those two issues are very important to me. And so working with organizations that help those issues. Yeah.
Wow, cool. So do you see yourself like in working in this area in America or in some certain country?
Yeah, I'm hoping to gain a lot more experience in both youth development and international development in general. I've gotten quite a bit of experience so far, and I'm learning a lot actually through my classes. And so I've learned a lot about immigration in the US, and through my classes I've learned about human rights. And so I hope to just kind of continue to learn from other people, study more, and just work hard at developing others. Yeah.
I love that. I love like you have to drive with you. I know what you
really want to do, and you try so hard to get to that point. And this person just says Xin Jiao.
Oh, Xin Jiao.
It just means like hello, right?
Yeah,
in Vietnamese. Well, before we say goodbye for today, as I said, we have some fun game for you. Are you ready for that?
Sure, yeah.
So this is called Super Challenging Questions. Basically, it's a Miss Universe question. So are you ready to be a Miss Universe?
I hope so.
It's in Laos, Janet, but I will translate for you. So pick
Thank
two
you.
questions from here.
2, wow.
Here you are. The first question อันนี้เป็นคำถามไม่แกะกล่องเลยเนาะโอ้โหภาษาลาวถามว่าถ้าทานสามารถถามสัตว์เลี้ยงของทาน3 คำแล้วมันสามารถตอบกลับได้เป็นภาษาคนคำถามนั้นจะเป็นอย่าง It's quite hard to translate. Okay, I will try. And if you have some special talent with you, you can talk with your pets.
Oh.
if you got a chance to ask them 3 questions and that certain pets can answer you in like human being language.
Okay.
What kind of questions that you want to ask them and which kind of pets that you want to ask this question for?
So my first thought is a dog.
So a dog person.
Yes, I'm a dog person. I mean, I love all pets, but just listening to you say that question, I'm imagining myself talking to a dog.
Okay, dog. Which question? Like 3 questions that you want to ask your dog.
Wow, that's quite a bit. So the first question really is, where would you like to be scratched?
Are you serious?
Yeah, because dogs love being scratched, sometimes behind their ear or their belly, and so I just want the dog to be happy.
So you're just like confused, like which part of your body you want to scratch?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm making my dog happy.
That's the first question.
It's quite ridiculous, I know.
Hold on a second.
The second question. Man. Okay. None of these questions will be intelligent because I'm assuming I will be able to talk to this dog forever. So the second question would be I always think of what do you want to eat? Because that's my question. Yeah, I ask myself all the time.
You can ask this question if you want.
Okay, yeah. And then the third is, will you go everywhere with me?
What about your second?
Well, I thought that was the second question.
What do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. And the third one is that,
will you go everywhere with me?
it would say
hiking, to work,
yes. That's lovely. That's really lovely. Okay, so you have one criteria of being a Miss Universe, like you are the animal lover.
Yes.
Wow, I love this question.
Uh-oh.
This question ภาษาลาวถามว่าถ้าให้สไปเดอร์แมนกับแบทแมนตีกันท่านคิดว่าใครจะชนะเดี๋ยวย้อนอย่าง
what you said.
If there is a battle or the competition between Spider-Man and the Batman, do you think who's gonna win? And why? Spider-Man and Batman.
Oh, that's a tough one. I will lose fans no matter which one I choose.
So do you love both of them?
I do. I love both of them. I love comic books. I don't want to... This is a hard one. What if I said Wonder Woman? Can I choose someone else?
No.
Clearly
One or another.
Okay, it's a hard one. Well, I mean, Batman is made of money, and Spider-Man has supernatural powers. So, I think my vote will be Spider-Man.
Why?
Because, because he has supernatural powers and he has heart. And he's from Marvel. I watch more Marvel than DC.
Okay, that's good enough.
I'm sorry.
But I love that. But I have one more questions for you. So this turn, I will just
Okay.
pick up from the box from you. Ooh, I love the question. Again, ภาษาลาวถามว่าถ้าท่านสามารถแฮกเข้าของไผก็ได้ในโลกนี้1คนเป็นเวลา1ชั่วโมงโดยบ่ผิดกฎหมายท่านอยากแฮกเข้าคอมพิวเตอร์ของไผและเพราะเหตุใด What? So you say that you used to be the training in the tech business. So this is all about the technology.
Okay.
To hack someone's computer for 1 hour. It's legal to do that.
Okay.
Who's
gonna be that person and why you choose that person?
I would choose Bill Gates.
Wow.
Because one, the irony of it would be kind of interesting because you know, he created Microsoft and just trying to see like into his brain because he also has the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and so trying to see what his plans are for the future and he's a billionaire, you know, he has plans for what we see in our future. He wants to give back to a lot of different projects and I'd like to see how he sees our world and you know with his position he has a lot of power to do a lot of good and I want to see what that looks like.
Sorry Janet, maybe like I might translate for you wrongly. If you got a chance to hack someone's computer,
Okay.
so who's gonna be the computer, not the brain?
Well, I mean, I would assume Bill Gates puts his brain into the computer. I'm gonna
Do you have anything that you want to talk or you want to say to our listeners out there, especially for the youth who are listening to you right now?
For the youth especially, I say this to youth all over the world, whether they are Lao or American or Ukrainian, apply yourself. Get yourself out there. For instance, at the embassy we have programs like Waisili and Fulbright, and there's other places that have these exchange programs. I say do it. Keep developing your communities and go out and learn that knowledge and bring it back here. Yeah, and also as I'm finishing my grad program, I don't see any Lao person in it, and so apply to my school. Come to University in San Diego. We're right off of the beach. You'll love it. I want to see more Lao people in universities in the US. I think it'll be great. So